You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it.
That was Hillary Clinton railing on Trump supporters, calling them deplorable, racist, xenophobic Americans. Last night, Trump responded to her comments, bringing his so-called deplorable supporters right up on stage. Take a listen.
These are not deplorable people, that I can tell you. Come on over. Go ahead. We are honored. My wife and I represent non-deplorable people.
Joining me right now is Citizens for Trump national spokesperson Jan Morgan. Hey, Jan. I know you're not deplorable. I know you well. You're not. What do you think about Hillary Clinton saying you are?
Well, actually, you know, I tell you what, Trish, if wanting to build a wall to secure our borders makes me a racist, and if wanting to refuse Syrian refugees until we get a proper way to vet them makes me an Islamophobe and a xenophobe, then I proudly wear those labels like badges of honor. So, you know, but you got to be careful, Trish, about having deplorables on your show. It has been proven that bringing on deplorables can affect your ratings. Because there are tens of millions
Jan,
of us.
I know our viewers love
hearing.
They love hearing from you because you're talking a lot of common sense for a lot of people out there in America.
There are tens of millions of us, Trish. There are tens of millions. She's going to need a huge basket, as Donald Trump would say, huge. It's not going to be, I think she has underestimated the numbers out there, but we know how huge we are.
You know, Jan, she struggles already with this sort of elitist tone, right? I mean, she doesn't exactly come across as a man of the people. And I say, in politics, this is like the kiss of death. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. I mean, you think about Kerry, right, who seemed like an elitist. You think about Romney, who came across as an elitist. And there's something fundamentally sort of dislikable about it, right? Americans have an adverse reaction to that elitism. And this deplorable comment sort of like folds right into that zone?
Absolutely. And you know what? The thing is, this whole label thing has been a strategy that liberals have used for decades. I mean, the worst thing in the world is to be called a racist because it sticks with you forever. But back in the old days when they started that, they had something to substantiate. You didn't just throw that label at someone. And now the left is using it so much that it's no longer effective. And that's why Trump supporters are just having fun with this, and laughing it off, even though it is very offensive. I'll tell you, the people who are bothered by it the most are not the real Trump supporters. They're the people who are on the fence, who've been trying to decide, are we going to go with Hillary, are we going to go with Trump? And those people don't like being labeled just because they like secure borders or a secure immigration policy. So I think that this is going to affect her in a much worse way than even her campaign staff realizes.
She wants to somehow intimidate people into thinking that you're not smart enough if you're a Trump supporter. You don't understand the way the world works, really. You're a racist, you're a xenophobe, you're an Islamophobe, you're this, that, and the other if somehow you support Donald Trump.
Well, that's because the left has this idea that the answer to all of America's problems is bigger government. And Hillary likes that control. Well, Trump's answer is less government, give the power back to the people. And there's such a huge difference between these two candidates. I think that America as a whole is going to be shocked at the sheer numbers that Trump is going to pull to the polls on Election Day.
We'll be watching for it. Jan Morgan, thank you very much. Good to see you.